All right, so for EU, right, as we can see, we're bearish on the weekly. Now, we're bearish on the weekly. So look at this. If we're bearish on the weekly, then we're probably looking for continuations, right? So we have break and retest of a trend line. This is one scenario, right? As we can see, we took out some liquidity and price broke structure here, broke structure there, right? So in any case, we could assume that price is only trying to retrace back up and then distribute down. This is one scenario, right? So we're looking to go up somewhere here, only to come down, right? Now, we also have this scenario where we have like protected highs, right? Sweep of liquidity. So price could be going all the way up, take these highs, and then go further up. That is if the bearish move is done. Now, if you look at this area, price took out this liquidity. Took out this liquidity and is reacting off some sort of demand here, right? So then again, we're only bullish on a weekly if we manage to break this high. And then even more confirmation is if we break that high, right? So I would choose to go with this bearish scenario, right? Where we've had this inducement here, we have this break here, and then we're running up for a break and retest. We've right up, taking out this liquidity, reacting off some supply here, and then we've broken structure. We've had a change of character to the downside. So whatever bullish momentum we're having here could go up to maybe this area and then come down. All right, so that's just by the way. Weekly is bearish. Now let's go on daily. Let's see what's happening on the weekly. So I think we have the same thing on the daily for the E as well, right? We have this. could say that. That means we could come up here, react off here, or sweep this high and then react of the supply, right? So all the previous scenarios I've outlined, we seem to be bullish on the lower time frame, but on the daily and the weekly, we're bearish. Bearish still. We will only consider daily to be bearish once you've broken this high and maybe that high, right? So we're still bearish on the daily. Now let's go on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we have this break. We have that break. Break and break of a trend line all the way up. So let's see. We have this liquidity swept, price rallied up, took these highs. So not to do much here. I'll just say we're bullish still on 4 hour. Remember, we're trading off 4 hour and then 1 hour, right? So knowing that the weekly and daily are bearish only helps us to have a range bullish. All right, so bullish on 4 hour. Let's see what we have on the 1 hour. And on the 2 hours. What we do here is just to find a direction for maybe the 1 hour and then trade within the 1 hour, right? So we have trend line break. We'll probably have this demand here to work with. We have the supply we're reacting off. All right, so we kept breaking structure on the 4 hour. We took this high. Whatever bearish scenario we're having here is only going to be a retracement, right? To test this trend line and go further up. That's if we go bearish for the upcoming week. We're looking at that. Or maybe straight into that. All right, so we have an area of inducement, possible inducement here for EU to look out for. We have our demand here. Okay, so this is going to be our range for the 1 hour. right? So I'm gonna expect price to be bearish from Monday, depending on what Asian session on Sunday gives us. We're gonna be bearish up until this area to start looking for bullish confirmations, or maybe down in this area to look for bullish confirmations, right? Now, depending on what Sunday gives us, we could look to sell on Monday into these areas, 1, 2, before we start looking for buys, right? So now the thing with EU is that EU goes in opposite directions with DXY, right? Now with DXY, we have price giving us a flag into this demand area, right? Now we seem to have some sort of reaction in this zone. We have this doji candle, price going up. So then again, let's see if price is able to take out this high. Once price takes out this high, then we can assume that we're bullish, maybe into this area or up into this area. Right. So let's see what price, if price manages to take out this high Monday or even Sunday, Asian session, we can assume we're bullish on DXY and then start looking for confirmation to sell on EU. So then again, we still have to wait till Monday morning to see what price is doing, right? So, all right. So that's all for me on EU. Keeping it simple, nothing complicated. Let's see what price does.